Welcome to the Aquarium at La Rochelle. I'm Patrick Hughes and this is Planet Patrick. I'm Patrick Hughes and this is Planet Patrick. I've got an hour's spin to get me to La Rochelle, so let's get in the car and go! When I was a younger man, I spent a few weeks in the town of Tours, northeast of here, and the man and woman that I was staying with were lovely. But they had only one dream in life, and that was to come to La Rochelle once a year for 2 weeks every August. 30 years later, I've made it to La Rochelle to see what all the fuss was about. And if you like boats, there's a lot of fuss to be had. My time in La Rochelle is really short. I've only got an hour and a half, so I've had to focus on the things I wanted to do, and first was to see the old port, and second was to visit its world famous aquarium, which is that building there. I managed to get tickets for it. 2 things to say about having your smartphone with you. Number 1, to get access to buildings like this during COVID in France, you need to have the COVID Visa Secure Pass. 2 COVID app. You need to download that, and you can download that even if you're using an Irish phone or a British phone or from somewhere else. So you need that, and you need to scan into that your COVID vaccination certificate QR code. So that's number 1. The second thing you need to have on your phone is your ticket for the aquarium, and that's because you have to book a space well in advance. You can't just show up here. You need to have organized it in advance, at least a day in advance, I would recommend, and then you pick your time slot. My time slot is 11:15. It's now 10:45, so I've got 30 minutes to fit in whatever else I'm going to film. I've got an hour and a half in there, and then I need to go. So this is a get in, get out. Let's go and enjoy a little bit of La Rochelle. No matter which corner you come around in La Rochelle, you find another little section of port, well, not little, big sections of port, which have more and more sailboats, yachts, and other glamorous things going on. And on this Sunday morning, a little bit before 11, people are out for their little walk around and to stop off at a little corner cafe or a cafe in the square and have a cup of coffee, a croissant, and wonder why the guy with the big stick is blinking into the sunlight rather than standing in the shade like a sensible person. Factor 50, I tell them. It's all factor 50. I've been wandering around looking at the coffee shops and not actually going in and buying one, which I should have done. I desperately need a croissant at some point. Anyway, I've been wandering about. It's already 11:05, and I need to hotfoot it back to the aquarium to make it for my 11:15 time slot. Don't want to miss that. I should mention that that building is La Tour de la Chaîne, the Tower of the Chain, I guess. I'll fact check that and put it below. It's a 15th century fortress that protected access to the port because La Rochelle was very, very important during those medieval years. This place behind me rents out quadricycles. If you've got 3 of your fabulous friends or family members, you can get involved and cycle together. That sounds horrific. Let's go. Okay, I've made it to the aquarium with a couple of minutes to spare, maybe enough time for an elderly gentleman to find the facilities. But I need to get my smartphone out, hello, and pull out my ticket and the COVID app and make sure I've got all that lined up. I'll do that first. It looks like access is around the side of the building, so I'm legging it around there now. It looks like access is very carefully organized. So they tried to check my COVID certificate that I'd put into the French system, which came from the Northern Ireland system, and it didn't automatically work on their system of trying to pick it up. It came up as non-valid, but the manager checked it and she was able to see that I'd had both doses, the most recent in April, and she was perfectly happy with that. But I can't have a very long selfie stick, but I don't mind that. You'll have to be up close and personal to see the fish. I've just been checked in, and there is a loo, but you have to go through this dark door to get there. Some little jellies. Like everywhere, it's absolutely jammed. Here is the home nation. Lovely Ireland. Surely you know who we are. So far, a lot of expected local fish from the Atlantic, which are lovely. Look at these chaps. I'm not sure I'd be happy in that big tank. It'd be better than being in a net, I suppose. This is how easy it is to see the exhibits. I found the loo, so that has been the first success. Let's hope there's bigger things along this way. Boy, you take my file. Let me talk to my lawyer. I'm much happier now that I've found where the colourful fish are. These are the ones that make us happy. Little tropical hoo-has. And then seemingly out of nowhere, as you look at the sharks, there is the tropical forest, La Forêt Tropicale. I wasn't expecting that in the middle of an aquarium, unless there's tropical tree climbing fishes. Maybe there are. I can't but help think that this is kind of glued on to the end. It's a nice idea though. If you're not into fishes in dishes or sharks in parks, you might be into trees and leaves. Well, I've been in here for 25 minutes and I think that's been plenty, to be honest with you. That leaves enough time to have a light lunch. Sure, a lot. This is a great facility for kids who perhaps would not have come across particular of these fish, particularly the tropical fish before. So it's a lot of fun for that age group. Perhaps for my age group, people in their late 20s, there's a little less to do. But it's still fun. And once I got to the tropical area and to see the sharks, my needs were fulfilled. This might be the closest that I got to some actual sharks. Il n'y a pas de Planet B, but there is always Planet Patrick. Always eco-friendly. Perhaps I should buy this book. And that's the way out. And I did buy the book. Il n'y a pas de Planète B, mais il y a toujours le Planète Patrick. I think it would be lovely to spend a weekend here and maybe go out on a little boat and pop a little bottle of champagne, some charcuterie, some fresh vegetables into your man bag. Gorgeous. Thanks for being here for this episode. I hope you'll join me again very soon for the next one. Bye bye. I'm Patrick Hughes and this is Planet Patrick.